Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, got a new brand for the channel. This is the WEPE knife camping friend. This is WP737. Yes, the name is the camping friend. Now, I know some of you right off the bat are going to say, that knife looks kind of familiar. Well, it absolutely does. That's because the designer, David Chen, has designed knives for Tucson, petrified fish, especially. This is very similar to the petrified fish 818. They're both David Chen designs. If you look at them side by side, the blades are pretty much the same. The handles are milled a little bit differently. But David has created his own brand. So congratulations to David for doing that. That is very cool. But the WEPE, W, right there, WEPE knife. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I know we kind of discussed it a little bit. I was like, is this how you say it? And he's like, yes. So, okay. So this is what we're going with. But overall, very budget-friendly knife. This knife sells for $28.99. But David has also offered a $5 off code. So you can get this knife for like 24 bucks. Code is down in the description. It's a little bit long to tell you what it is right here because honestly I don't remember, but it's down in the description if you want to check it out. But you've got the G10 handle and you've got quite a bit of texturing going on this handle, which gives you a pretty decent grip. Grips out pretty well. Do have a lanyard hole for the lanyard fans. Now it is right hand tip up carry only. Sorry to my left-handed friends. There you go. You've got the David Chen design right there. But a very, overall, seems like a pretty decent knife. Things are chamfered off fairly well. It kind of has a little bit of, it's G10, and to me it has that budget G10 feeling. If you know what, it's kind of hard to describe. It feels better to me than like FRN, that stuff, but it does feel like a more budget G10. Not a bad thing. Not saying bad things about it. Just telling you what I feel. G10 backspacer. Of course, like I said, stainless clip. Centering. Let's see here. Centering looks pretty darn good. Overall fit and finish isn't bad. You can tell everything's chamfered off fairly well. Got nested liners going on there. I like that for sure. Flipper tab, it is a flipper deployment. That is pretty much your only means of deployment. Liner lock, of course. And fairly deep-ish carry. You have a little bit sticking out of your pocket, but not too bad. So let's go detent, pretty darn good. It's gotta get it past that detent ball, shake it past, and it drops pretty well. Detent's pretty solid, and by solid I mean good. There we go. We got it past the detent ball, rotate it around, drops off very nicely. D2 blade steel. Again, you've got that drop point blade, which you guys know I'm liking. Do have the swedge across, the top there. You do have some jimping as well that is done pretty darn well. Feels good. And if I just lay my thumb on it, I'm catching probably the back half of my thumb with the jimping, which is catching it pretty good. It's gripping it out pretty well. Do you have a pretty, generous sharpening choil there? I call it a generous sharpening choil because, oh, no. Not doing that. Not doing that. Can't really choke up on it. I don't have overly large fingers, and it'll get me. But there you go. It's called the Camping Friend, WP737, D2 blade steel. Access to the liner lock, pretty ample. Don't have to dig in there at all. That's sort of chamfered out there as well. Access is very, very, very nice. No issues there whatsoever. So let's get the spec check. It's a decent sized knife, guys. Decent sized knife overall. You're looking at about 8 3/4 inch. Now, it's named the Camping Friend, so it's got a little bit of length and heft and substance to it, which is nice. Pretty much got a 5-inch handle. Going to have right about a 3 3/4 inch blade. Your cutting edge is going to be just shy of that. due to the sharpening choil. And then, of course, your grip length, you're looking at about, I mean, just over 4 inches as far as grip length. So definitely a nice, larger budget knife. Check the lock on it. What does lockup look like? Lockup, we're looking, lock bar is probably 2/3 the way engaged, and we're probably looking at about a 20% lockup. 20% lockup, nice, solid, no issues there whatsoever. All right. Big knife, gonna be bigger than our PM2 for sure. Oh yeah. Definitely bigger than the old PM2, without a doubt. And if that's the case, well, we know it's going to be bigger than the bug out, but there's your size comparison. Definitely bigger than the bug out. 100%. Get a weight on it. It's not too bad for its size, honestly, as far as the weight goes. What do we got here? Oh, grams. We'll start in grams. 143. So that's probably, what, close to 5 ounces? Oh, right at 5 ounces. Oh, dang. Been doing this a while, I guess. So let's see real quick. Do our liners? Yeah, we've got definitely have some weight relief going on in there. You can see the holes. So good thing. Maybe can't get a whole lot of weight relief going on that lock bar side. We could probably lose a little bit. Nothing too major though. I mean, you'd probably take it down to just under 4 ounces. Pretty nice in and out of pocket. Like I said, you do have a little bit peeking out there. Nothing too crazy. Retention is good. Try it again. In the pocket. Yeah, retention's pretty good. Not bad at all. So, overall, for 29 bucks, I think it's a pretty solid budget knife. Like I said, the G10 kind of has that budget G10 feel. I don't want to say cheap because it's not. It doesn't feel cheap to me. It just feels like budget G10. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah. That's about the best way I can put it. It does feel really pretty good in hand. We zoomed way out there. Feels pocket clip, not an issue. I thought it would be, but that handle is just long enough. Now, those of you with larger hands that get back there a little further, maybe, but for me, not an issue, because as you can see, my hand pretty much falls right there where the clip dives down. So not an issue up here either. It feels really good in hand. Not really an option to choke up on this one, but do I need it? I might, just for the size. I'm not gonna say bad things about it just because I can't. But for a budget knife, like I said, even 29 bucks, take $5 bucks off, 24 bucks. I think you got yourself a fairly solid budget knife. D2. I mean, we're not looking at 8CR13 or anything like that. Then again, of course, I haven't had the steel tested, but hopefully we're past those days. Just saying, I can't say for sure, but I hope we are. The satin finish on there, that's what I wanted to tell you. I really love how they describe the satin finish. It's described as a CNC water mill straight grain satin finish. That's very descriptive, but it does look pretty good. There you go. Get the light reflecting on there. Not too bad. D2, it says it's 60 to 61 HRC. For those of you that really care about that, I don't. Comes in a cardboard box and designed by David Chen, his very own brand. So I think that's pretty cool. So first offering I've had from WEPE Knives, pretty good. I'm not mad at it one bit. I kind of dig it. For a budget knife, less than 30 bucks, I think it'll do all right. And it's got a good size to it. So let me know what you guys think down in the description. first couple times I've already had people saying, "Hey, that looks like." Well, there's a reason it does. It's designed by the same guy. So there you go. So we'll just put that out there, right now. So really appreciate it, guys. Like I said, if you're interested in checking it out, I do have that $5 off coupon code. It's down in the description. Feel free to take a look. As always, greatly appreciate you guys stopping by today. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.